Hey guys, as promised, I came out here to show you what they've shown me making so far on a lawn. Last week's episode, you guys actually got to see my dream catcher. That was the first mouse skin that I had, from the first mouse that I killed, and I actually turned that into my permanent little dream catcher. They didn't show this, but as I went on, I actually made dream catchers for all of my children as well. But I'll show you those at a different time. But as of right now, this is my lone dream catcher, and this thing hung from my shelf above my head the whole time I was out there. So on this dream catcher, I have a couple of grouse feathers, and these were just to remind me of my fletchings when I started making my arrows. And then I have this is a grouse wishbone, and that's because every year for Thanksgiving and stuff, you get the turkey, you get the wishbone. Well, me and Hazel always break the wishbone, and that's what that signifies, is our tradition. Me and her. That's my little reminder of Hazel. This, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. This is a glass broadhead that I napped while I was out there. This was not the first one, but I always wanted to have a memory of napping these pieces of glass out there on the side of Reindeer Lake. And this up top, I don't know if you can see it right there, that is a squirrel's lower jaw. That's the jawbone of a squirrel. And it was that squirrel that everybody saw me eat the brain. This is that same squirrel. And after I picked every little piece of meat that I possibly could off of the jaw, the tongue, and all that good stuff, I actually kind of dried this thing out, because it's amazing to me just how versatile and how strong that little jawbone really is. I was out there and I watched them pick apart the pine cones, get little pine nuts out of it, and I was trying like crazy to get the little pine nuts out of there, and I just couldn't do it. I gave up on that one, so kudos to the squirrels, And then of course, my little man there. And everybody got to hear me explain that. And I know that some people got upset, and I apologize. I didn't know about everything until all was said and done. So I apologize if I offended anybody, but to me, that's still a little man. That's my little buddy right there. And that's my dream catcher. That was, like I say, my little totem. Hung above my head every night. And I don't know if everybody noticed or not, and I'm not trying to take any glory away from Cade, because Cade was awesome. Alright, it's just amazing the skill, the level of skill that he put into those arrows, and they were so deadly accurate. I actually spoke to Cade, and he told me exactly how many animals that he killed with those arrows, and it just blew my mind. That being said, and if you look at my quiver on alone, you'll see some of these, but I also made arrows. I was running out of arrows, and it showed me on the lake start to carve one out. But these were a great lifesaver to me. I did actually find the arrow that it showed me use in the last episode. I found that one. I had lost it and I found it again, and that was just the amount of joy that you feel whenever you're just walking through there. It's like, that is a carbon arrow. It's amazing. But these were my arrows. This one is actually tipped with a piece of pike jawbone. I actually found this piece of jawbone on the side of the lake and decided, you know, I want to try to make an arrowhead out of it. And I did. Made an arrowhead out of it. It's got a little pitch on it. And this one was actually used, and it actually hit a target. I don't know what target it hit, but it was used. You can tell because the pitch is busted up on it. So that's really awesome. And my fletchings, I did the same thing as Cade. I fletched with the grouse feathers. I actually used some of the inner strings of my paracord. I broke it down until I really made a mess of it. But I used the inner paracord strings. And for my knock, it's self-knocked, of course. But I took a little piece of snare wire and just kind of reinforced that knock so it wouldn't split whenever I released it. And man, these things really were a lifesaver out there. You can see, I mean, it's still just awesome. And I made a lot of these. I had some tipped with bone. I had some tipped with glass. I had some that weren't tipped, you know. I had one that was really cool. It was actually, I made a wooden broadhead. I actually carved down a little piece of wood to a broadhead shape, like you know, the old school napped broadhead. And that thing was so sharp on the sides that it would seriously cause damage. And I thought that was really cool that I was able to make a wooden broadhead. But yeah, I was amazed that, you know, I found out no matter what material I picked up, I could tip an arrow with it. It was just awesome, you know. But yeah, that's it so far. These are probably two of my most valued little alone treasures. You know, I can't say that honestly. I think everything I built out there has a special little part of me in it. A little bit of blood, sweat, and tears went into every bit of it, you know. So I can't just say that this item or this item, or, you know, the other little rat skin that I showed you, or the dice or the letters or the pen. You know, I really thoroughly enjoyed making everything, and you know, I was glad that it survived. You know, all the little stuff that I made survived, and I was able to bring it home with me. So that's just awesome. All of it has a, like I say, a little special place for me. All right, guys. Can't wait till next episode. I'm kind of excited to see what happens. I know that there was just so much stuff out there, and it's really hard, and I want everybody to understand that we take thousands of hours of footage and give it to production, and production weeds it down to make all of this fit in a 45-minute episode. There's a lot that you don't see. It would be impossible for you to see it all. I think it would be really cool if somebody could just say, you know, oh, let me follow anybody, I guess. I want to watch Cade. I want to watch all of Cade's videos. I want to watch all of Wyatt's videos. I want to watch all of Taz's videos. I think that would be really cool, personally. I would love to see all of my footage. Not trying to sound all braggy and stuff, But I would love to see all of my footage, just because it would be so awesome to see every second of it from that perspective, you know. And I wish that was possible. Sadly, it's not. So just keep in mind that all these things that you see us doing out there, there's so much more behind it. So much that you won't see, that we won't see. We have the memories, you know, and that's all we have of it. And so just, like I say, bear with us. This is all a big surprise to us too, and we wish that, you know, we could have picked what goes on there sometimes, but we can't. And there's just too much on there for them to show everything. That's another reason I like doing this, so that I can kind of sit back and explain a little bit more, and, you know, let y'all see some other stuff, that some of the, you know, more finer details of the stuff that I've done. Just like I say, bear that in mind. Stick around for the next episode, and I'll definitely, you know, do a little recap or something like this, and hopefully they'll show something else cool that I made. If they do, I'll show you guys. Till then, see you later.